how we up-spiral into the love vibration. Good day to you, bright souls, blessed beings on planet Earth going through your great awakening in this June of 2021. Your world is in the last gasps of being in the dense, dark, low-vibrating, unforgiving, manipulative grasp of the demons that have controlled you for eons, for millennia. You, our dear ones, are being released from what has been prison planet Earth. This was a world that lived and breathed in fear. Fear was the main emotion, the guiding principle that ruled your lives. It was the heavy feeling of fear that determined your behavior. For whichever way you turned, however you tried to move into peace, you were prevented from doing so by the dread that filled your being, by the fear you could not avoid. Your world has been so taken over by the dark ones that the paradise it was meant to be has been inverted. All that is good was made out to be bad, and what was bad was made out to be good. You were so confused and befuddled by the stressful and illogical systems that you lived in. The personal communication, the communion, the camaraderie has been taken out of your lives. The hugs, the loving touch, the gentle closeness of like minds and caring souls has been forbidden. The dark ones, the controllers, are doing their best to confound us by fear and, in our desperation, to force us into complying with their nefarious agenda. The kind has been taken out of mankind. The humane has been taken out of humanity. And so fear has guided our lives. In this last year, it is because of fear that we have been compliant to the directions that our corrupt government and bureaucracy have heaped upon us. And most of humanity have complied eagerly, for listening day after day to the television, to the reporters repeating and repeating their heavy messages of death, doom, disease, and disaster, they have dropped all critical thinking. How can love enter where fear is so heavily entrenched? It is a conundrum indeed, for it is impossible for mankind to feel love and fear together at the same time. Where fear is predominant, love cannot be. Where love reigns supreme, fear cannot enter. It is impossible to be in these two worlds at once, for they are each of a different vibration. They each dwell in a different frequency. And now the world is seemingly paused in the fear vibration, and each day more of the perfidy, more of the devious and dark deeds of our controllers are being revealed to us. How can we choose love? How can we be in peace and joy and gratitude when fear is our predominant emotion? Yes, indeed, the big question is, how can we choose love in this turbulent and tumultuous time? Our world, our government, our religions, our educational, medical, and financial systems have all been perverted to take out the love, to take out any remnant of kindness and caring and service to others, and to incorporate fear in their place. And now, though it seems that the situation is getting darker and darker, slowly but surely, the devious deeds, the nefarious plans of the dark ones are being revealed. And this is what will save the world, for as the corruption in each aspect of government becomes visible, it can be removed. You cannot change what you do not know is there. So it is with our personal ascension out of the fear vibration. We cannot move out of fear and up into the love frequency until we see what it is we fear. The fear, each individual thing we fear, must be removed before love can enter. So, dear ones, bright souls, it is necessary for you to get in touch with your fears, to face your fears. Until you do so, you cannot possibly remove them. Until you do so, you cannot up-spiral out of the fear domain into the love vibration. The answer is to question everything. Question every statement that your mainstream media makes. Question every dictate that your government hands out. And equally important, question yourselves. When fear is so predominant, it seems an overwhelming task to find the source of the fear. Fear has become so endemic that the adrenaline rush it provides is addictive. When you repeatedly watch the murder and mayhem on television, when you hear the heavy music and hateful words, you are placing yourself in a dense and dark vibration. This takes over your mind, and you want to see more and more of the violence and painful turbulence. The panoply of chaos portrayed in our media feeds our fear and keeps us in the third-dimensional paradigm of violence and separation. How can we then spiral upwards into peace and joy? To do this, it is essential to leave such outside triggers behind and move into the internal world of your own thinking mind. It is all important to find the source of your individual fears, for you cannot deal with what you do not see. You cannot remove what you do not know is there. And so the answer is to leave the lies and discombobulation of the world behind and live in the now moment. When we are in fear, we are living in the past or the future. We are fearing that what has happened before will be repeated, or we are dreading what will come in the future. In the gentle presence of the powerful now moment, past and future do not exist. It is only in that gracious instant that we can find our answer. So in every now moment, ask yourself, what unloving thing am I doing, thinking or saying about myself or others or about the situation? What unloving thing am I doing that is giving me this negative feedback of fear? We want to choose love, yet we cannot do so until we become aware of where we are choosing fear over love. When negative, dark, and difficult feelings are overwhelming us, let us ask our true selves, our angels, our spirit guides, what is the cause of these fears? It is simple, but not easy to move out of the fear vibration. For in so doing, it is necessary to look at the cause of the fear, to work out what words, what thoughts, what beliefs have put us in fear. It is said that we have nothing to fear but fear itself. So let us therefore look at our fears. Let us individually take each fear and ask, what is it I am fearing? What word or deed of myself or of another has moved me into this fear? And as we examine our minds and hearts, as we question the validity of our fears, as we ask for divine help in handling them, they will drop away. This is the process that is called the dark night of the soul. Only by so questioning our fears individually, moment by moment, can we dismantle the fearsome and heavy blanket of negativity that has been drawn over us. And for a while, as we do this, the fear will become heavier, and we must feel its heaviness, for we have suppressed our fears. We have hidden them in the depths of our being. We have feared our fears and become admired, entrenched in their darkness. So question yourself, dear ones. Question your every fearful feeling. This is the necessary spiritual crisis in the journey towards God. This is the dark night of the soul process. The desolation, the desperation, the loneliness that accompanies our examination and release of our fear and our feeling of them can be crushing. And yet it is a necessary phase that we go through. It is the last gasp before the release of the fear. It is impossible to live in two worlds at one and the same time. The human mind is either in the love vibration or the fear vibration, either fixated on the lying world of the television news or in the peace and calm of our internal thought system, watching and listening to the crazy, chaotic, tumultuous, fear-driven confabulations of the low-vibrating demonic world around us keeps us in the fear vibration. As the frequencies of love are poured upon the earth in this wonderful ascension time, as we examine, feel, and release our fears, we up-spiral into the love dimension. Here, the vibration of oneness, of kindness, of caring, of true communion with our Creator takes over. With the fears removed, there is now room for the electromagnetic energy of source energy to fill our being. Love is not an emotion that comes and goes. True love, agape love, is a knowing, a flowing, a glowing feeling that fills us with joy, compassion, kindness, caring, gratitude, bliss, wisdom, discernment, and the peace that passeth all human understanding. It is time, dear ones, for us to move into that vibration now, and to revel in the glorious feeling that it contains. When we are in the now moment of the love vibration, all cares and concerns drop away. And in our seeing of it, we create a whole new and beautiful world in our minds and hearts, which outpictures in our reality. Be of good cheer, dear bright souls, dear brethren, for the best is yet to come, as we release our fears and escalate into the love vibration. Yes, indeed, the best is yet to come. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings, indeed.